Hey lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be my current project pan update number 4. So I have gathered all my products here, and I'm just going to be showing you guys all the progress that I've made from my last update. So to no further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so I like to get skincare out of the way first. So first up from Kate Somerville, this is their Daily Foaming Cleanser. I used this a total of 15 uses from my last update, and the total of uses on this so far is 19. The first time, I think, when I first showed my progress, I didn't have much progress on it. My lights were kind of blinding, but it was like all the way at the top, and you couldn't tell that I've used it up. And now it's sitting right about, I want to say, I think it's sitting right about here now. My lights might be a little too bright, but you can definitely see there's some windowing now in there, and it's sitting about right here. So I'm going to make my first mark, because I couldn't see my progress last time, so I didn't make a mark, but that's what I'm going to count it as, right about there, which in my opinion is some really good progress. I think that's the most I've ever used of a cleanser between check-ins. 15 sounds like a really high number, but I did use it a lot. So I'm really happy with the progress I made on that one. Then I have the exfoliator that I am working on. This is from Tula Skin. This is their probiotic superfoods So Pumpkin Exfoliating Sugar Scrub. I used this one about 8 times this month for a total of 12 uses. It's really hard to tell the progress on this one. If I had to guess, I would have guessed I'm right about there, which I might just go ahead and make a guess mark. The reason why it's hard for me to tell is, for one, it's not clear packaging, but two, I haven't gotten to the point yet where I push all the air out. Like, it's still full of air, so it makes it really hard to determine like where you're at. But I'm guessing I'm right about here or so, maybe even further down, I don't know. So I'm gonna just make my first mark right there. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't like this exfoliator. At first, I didn't mind it because it smelled like pumpkin, and I was like, oh, that's a really nice scent, and it does still smell really good. But I've noticed the more I use this, I've noticed that it's really not a great exfoliator because it's a sugar scrub. And maybe it's just a personal preference, but whenever I use an exfoliator, I like to sit there and, exfoliate my face, and, I don't do it too rough, like I don't want to make my skin irritated, but I do sit there and exfoliate for like a minute or two, maybe 3 at tops, but I like to feel like I'm exfoliating my face. And I've noticed, the more I've used this product, that because it's a sugar scrub and the sugar is the scrub part, you don't have much time to sit there and exfoliate your face. Like, the sugar dissolves really fast, so I'm sitting there and I'll be like, and then it's gone. Like, the exfoliating part is gone. There is no more exfoliating, and it just turns into just like the serum or whatever they have in here. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like I exfoliated very well with this product. So yeah, definitely not like I'm ready to use it up. Let's just say that. Anyways, I rambled on enough about that. Moving on. Next up, serum. So I pulled in one serum, and it's this one here from Malin and Goat. I don't know how to say that. It's a weird, I don't know how to say that one. Anyways, it's their recovery treatment oil. I used this one 18 times for a total of 28 uses, and that's like a lot. It is an oil, so it doesn't take much to like get it on your face, so you use very little. Like, I use very little each time I use this. I mean, I use it quite a bit, but I don't use, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's going to be one of those slow crawlers. So last time I checked in, I was like right about there, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm right about here now, which is some pretty good progress in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new mark. I use this white pen because this bottle is pretty dark, so it's hard to mark on it with just like a black Sharpie, like the mark, you can't see it very well. But anyways, I do really like this product, so I'm not really mad that it's kind of a slow crawler. I do like how it makes my face feel. I can't say that it like moisturizes my face really well, but it does make it more, I want to say it makes it more smooth. But yeah, so there's that one. And then the moisturizer I have those one here from, actually let's go with eye cream next. Then I have an eye cream on here, and this one I'm not tracking my uses because when I started tracking my uses, it's such a weird way to say, when I started tracking how much I used it each month, I didn't do that in the beginning. So I'm fizzling out the products that I've had in the very beginning and not counting these because I don't know what my total uses are on the OG products, like from my intro. So whenever I do finish this one up, I will then, the next one I bring in, I will start counting my uses on. Anyways, so I don't have a number for you all, but let me refresh these marks. But I have been marking it as I've been going along. So last check-in, I'm guessing, like it's hard to tell, but I'm guessing I was, from last check-in, that I was about right there. My camera will focus. It's also very shiny. Anyways, I'm guessing that I'm right about here now, just from like feeling it. I honestly think I'm getting close to the end of it, but because the bottom here is like, it can hold a lot of product. Like from the top, you just squeezed it all down. It got flat pretty quickly, but now that I'm down here towards the end, it is definitely, well, there's a lot more down here. But I'm guessing that I'm like right about here now. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it again. Like I said, I can't like tell for sure, but that's just from, it just seems like I have to squeeze it a lot harder now to get product to come out. Whereas before, you know, you'd squeeze it a little bit and product would come out instantly. Anyways, I'm definitely, oh, I forgot to tell you what this is. Sorry. This product is from Dermalect. This is their eyelid and dark circle corrector. It's professional strength. Yeah, that's all I have to really say about it. It's an okay eye cream. It's not my favorite. Like, I just don't notice it doing anything. But then again, I don't really have dark circles. Like, I get them every now and then, like maybe if I don't sleep really well, but I have more like lines under my, like under my eyes. So yeah, so that maybe I just, you know, I don't know how well it works. It does make my under eyes feel super soft, so there's that. It does moisturize. Alright, then a moisturizer that I'm using up is this one here from Murad. This is their Rapid Collagen Infusion Moisturizer. Let me refresh the mark. I use this one 17 times since my last check-in for a total of 26 uses. Now, when I did bring this one into the project, it wasn't like completely full, so I think when I first brought it in, I was up to maybe there, and then this was my first mark, and then it's one that as you're using it up, it empties upwards, which is really weird, but it's like it's pulling it upwards. So this is how much I have left. Now, I think when I made this mark, I think I marked it from like the bottom of the plastic, which I should have come up further, but I'll do that now, because there's the actual product here, and then it has this big plastic part inside, if you guys can tell. So I kind of made a mistake there. I should have marked it from further up, but that's okay. So it's going to make it look like there's a really big jump, which there is. I mean, I did make some really good progress, but not that much since I'm marking it properly this time around. Anyways, this one, I don't like this. So far, I really don't like this moisturizer. It's not bad or anything, but I just don't think it moisturizes my face very well. Like, I still have super dry areas on my nose, especially, even though I put this on there like almost every day. I just don't see it moisturizing that, and I don't really know why. And I don't know why I get weird dry areas on my nose. It's such a weird spot to get like a dry area. Anyways, moving on. So next up, I have a night serum that I occasionally use. This one's gonna be such a slow crawler, and it's because of me. This is Juicy Beauty, the Organic Solution Stem Cellar Anti-Wrinkle Retinol. It's an overnight serum. I only used this 2 times since my check-in, and for a total of 6 uses. I don't know. I don't know if I should roll this out or just stick with it. The reason why I'm so hesitant right now is I've just heard so many bad things about like people that use retinol all the time. I mean, for starters, you're supposed to build up a tolerance to it. But second, you're supposed to make sure to use sunscreen like every time you go out. And I'm really, really bad about remembering to put sunscreen on. Like when I do my makeup, my full makeup routine, I use sunscreen as like my primer so that I make sure to remember to put it on when I go out. But here's the thing, I don't always wear makeup every day. So when I'm just around the house and I just go outside with Violet or something, like just to go outside to spend some time outside, like I don't put on a full face of makeup, so I forget to put sunscreen on, and I'll just go outside because I'm home. Like I don't usually wear makeup around the house because I just don't see the point. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm really bad about remembering to put sunscreen on my face. So I'm really hesitant to use this because I just know how I am, and I don't want to ruin my skin because this retinol makes your skin more sensitive to the sun. So it's just kind of been like I'll use it every now and then. Obviously I only used it twice, but I don't know. I've heard so many good things about retinol, but then I've heard so many bad things about it too. So I don't know. This one's just going to be like a super slow crawler, and you guys are going to have to be patient with me. I'll get through it eventually. And it doesn't help that I really can't see the progress on it. Like it's a weird, it looks like an energy drink or something. At least that's what it reminds me of. Anyway, so there's that one. And then almost last. And then I have a toner here from Murad. This was a new one I rolled in from last check-in. I used this one 18 times. Yes, a total of 18 times. And this is how much progress I've made. It was all the way to the top here. So that's some pretty good progress. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Like I said, this is a roll-in product. So I don't have any previous uses on it because this is the first time I've been using it. This will settle, like set it on my little table here so I can mark it. So pretty good, I think, progress for 18 uses. It is a spray and it's liquid, so I don't really use like a ton of it each time I use it. I just kind of, spritz, and it's done. So there's that, and then the last product in my skincare section is this lip balm from Tarte, and it's the Sugar Rush lip balm. I used this only a total of 9 uses this time, which is really bad for a total use of 21 uses. I just keep forgetting about this product, and that's really bad of me, I know, but I use it like a lip mask. So I usually put it on like right before bed, and I've just been forgetting. Like I'll brush my teeth and I'll just jump right in bed. Like I just completely forget this step. So I will try to make an effort to remember to use this, but no promises. Alright, so that's going to do it for the skincare side. So moving on to the makeup products in my project pan. So first up, foundation. So I have this one in here from NYX. This is the Born to Glow Natural Radiant Foundation. It's in the shade Light. Now, I didn't use this very often this month, but I'm hopeful for next month or next check-in. I only use this 7 times, and this is a roll-in product. Like I rolled the foundation I started out with originally out because it just wasn't working for my skin. I explained in my last check-in why I was rolling that one out and this one in. And the reason why I just haven't been using this one very much is it is super hot right now where I live. Like, it's really humid, and that makes it really miserable. And honestly, I just have not been wanting to put foundation on when I go out because I just feel like I'm sweating it all off. And also this foundation's like pretty like thick coverage. Like it's a very full coverage foundation, which is really nice, but not for summer, not for this heat that we're going through right now. But I did find a hack. I talked about it in my Amazon products. I think I did an Amazon haul video not long ago, and I got a product in that Amazon haul, and I'll show it to you guys. It's this product here from Hara Hara, and it's their Wonder Black Rice Probiotic Barrier Essence. It's like a milk toner, I think is what it's called. Anyways, I came across this product from Kelly Strack's video. I know I'm going off again, but I have a reason. Anyways, so I've been pairing these two together. Like I tried to her hack, or it's not her hack, but she talked about this product and was doing a Hailey Bieber hack about foundation, and it works. So what you do is you take a little bit of your foundation and then you do a couple drops of this milk toner and mix it all together, and it makes it more hydrating and also makes it sheer. So it almost becomes like a skin tint in a way. And I think that's going to help me use this more consistently because this was so heavy coverage. I didn't want to reach for it because it made me feel so like I could feel it on my skin, and it just made me feel sweaty. But I think using this hack, I will get more uses out of it. And I've actually really liked how it makes the foundation. It makes it, like I said, more hydrating feeling, and also shears it out a lot, which I've just really been liking more skin tints lately. Maybe it's just the way my skin is now. Maybe it's because it's summer. I don't know. But anyways, that's a really good hack. So I really, really like this product. I've been impressed with it so far. And I thought it was going to make the foundation, like, I don't know, break down. Not really break down, but, you know, like, mess up the formula of it and make it, like, patchy or everything. But it didn't. At least not with this foundation. I'm curious about trying it with other foundations. I'm really excited about it. Anyways, sorry I rambled. So, 7 uses on this. Hopeful that next time I check in I will have a lot more uses on it. But anyway, so there's that. Concealer. So I have the one here from e.l.f. This is their hydrating camo concealer in the satin finish. It's in the shade Fair Beige. I use this one 11 times for a total of 32 uses so far. I use this one more than the foundation because I did start doing like a bare minimum makeup, but I would still put a little bit on, and I use the concealer mostly just to hide any blemishes or just kind of even out my skin tone a little bit, but not putting on like a heavy face of makeup. You can see some windowing happening now, so I think I'm starting to get towards the end. I think I'm right about there. I think I'm going to finally make a mark now because I can really see where it is now. But anyways, that's exciting to see. I hadn't been marking because I couldn't tell where I was. But yeah, so I was excited to see that the windowing happening. Next up, I have a brow pencil. So this one's here from Billion Dollar Brows. It's Brows on Point. It's in the shade Taupe. I've just been rolling it all the way up and showing you guys the progress each month. So I use this one 11 times for a total of 33 uses so far. We're getting there, guys. It's getting smaller and smaller each time. I do enjoy this product, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not like my favorite. Like, all the products that I'm showing you guys, I do have on my face today, FYI. Yeah, it's an easy product to use, but that's all I have really to say about it. I mean, there's just nothing special about it. It just seems like any other brow product to me, but maybe I'm just not really picky. So next up, the powder product that I have in here. This is from Pyt Beauty, and it's the Set Me Up Setting Powder in the shade Fair. I use this a total of 7 times for a total of 29 uses. I'm trying to get it open so I can show you guys. It's not wanting to open. I don't know. I don't feel like you can see much progress, but I only used it 7 times, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see the dip forming in there. There is a dip forming. I don't know how deep the pan is. I've never used up one of these before, but you can see a dip if I turn it a certain way. I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like the pan is just going to pop up at any moment. But anyways, so there's that. Like, I'm looking at it and I can, I don't know. I think my eyes are just, I think I'm seeing things that are not there. I don't think there's actually any pan yet. I don't know. I wouldn't think this would be a super deep pan, but it might be. But like I said with the foundation, but since I didn't wear much foundation, I didn't use the powder much, but like I said, hopefully that'll change by the next check-in because I found that foundation hack. Alright, and then moving on, I have a lip pencil. I'm kind of going out of order. I'm just going down off of my sheet here. Normally I would try to go like in terms of how I would apply it to my face, but right now I'm just like, whatever. Alright, so lip pencil. I only used this one 4 times this month, but I did sharpen it once. So there's that, but a total use of 20 times. I've been keeping track of my uses, but for progress, I've just been showing you guys it each month. So you probably won't be able to notice much difference. Like I've said, I'm only going down to as far as I can sharpen from the cap. Once, I can't sharpen it anymore, I'm going to consider it done. Alright, and then for the eyeshadow palette is this one here from Colourpop, and this is the Grandeur palette. And I rolled this one in last check-in. because I finally hit pan on the other palette that I was project panning. I'm only trying to hit pan in 2 shades. So once I hit pan in one or the other, or both, I will roll it out and pull in a new one, just because I'm not at a point where I think I can finish an entire palette. Like, I just don't do my makeup that often enough. 2 shades that I have in the project is this one, which is Velvet, and this one, which is Mauve. And I use both of these shades 11 times since my last check-in. This one you're not going to see much progress because it is such a darker shade. I only use it to line my bottom lash line, and I mostly use Velvet as like the overall shade. So I'm assuming I'm going to hit pan in this one first before this one, just because I just don't use these dark shades as like overall shades. I don't like my eyeshadow look to look too dark. That's just my preference. But anyways, so here's the progress on that. I can see a bit of a dip forming in this one already. Not much, but just a little bit of a dip. And this one you can just tell it's kind of roughed up, but it's not really showing a dip. Anyways, so there's the progress on that one. I don't know, I think this is going to take me a while to hit pan in this shade Velvet, because the last eyeshadow palette I had in here was from Colourpop, and it already had a really big dip in it when I started it, and I want to say it took me like 3 months to hit pan in it. So I don't know, might be another 3 or 4 months before I hit pan in that one, or longer. Jeez, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. So I pulled in a blush palette. First off, it's a blush duo from Complex Culture. This is their Good Glow blush duo, and I use this one 11 times. Like I said, it is a roll-in product, so I don't have any previous uses on this. This is my first update on it, and I feel like it's going to take me forever. So on this one, I did forget to mention, I do have like a cap on my uses. 50 times. If I haven't hit pan in 50 uses, I will roll it out and roll in a different product, just because I know myself and I'll get bored if I have to use a product for too long. But this one, yeah, 11 uses, and it doesn't even, like, the embossment, is that what it's called? The little stamp print on it doesn't even look faded in the least bit. So I have a feeling this one I might actually end up rolling out before I even hit pan in it, just because it's a very pigmented product, which is really nice. Like, the blush is beautiful, that is what I have on my cheeks, but it just takes so little to get it to show up, especially this one. This one's really pretty. I mix them, but that one is very, very pigmented. Like, this one I could probably, if I use this one on its own, I could probably use it a lot because it's so light, but because it's so light, I can barely see it, so I have to mix them. But anyways, so there's my update on these. Alright, so I did have a highlighter in here as well. It's one from Colourpop in the shade Flexitarian. Now, I did already hit pan on this. I hit pan on my last update. So I used this one 8 more times this month for a total use of 26 times. I am going to go ahead and roll this one out, just because, I don't know, I think it's just time to roll it out. I had fun hitting the pan on it. I'm not decluttering it or anything. It's just I want to try to hit pan on other highlighters that I have. I only use this highlighter as an inner corner highlighter, maybe a little bit on my nose and under my brow. So I'm going to still do that with my the next one that I'm rolling in, just because I don't want to have a highlighter in my project pan for like overall highlighter look, just because I like doing my shop my stashes and I want to keep pulling different ones in each month. So I am going to roll in another highlighter from Complex Culture. This is their Good Lighting highlighter duo, and it is, like I said, a duo, but I'm only going to be using one shade, and that's this shade right here, just because this one is light enough for me. This one over here is a little bit too dark for me, and I was like I said, I'm only going to use this one for like an inner corner highlight, brow bone, maybe the tip of my nose. The pan looks pretty big. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to hit pan, or if I use it 50 times and I haven't hit pan yet, then I'll roll it out. But I just want to see if I can hit pan, just kind of more of a curious thing. So pulling this one in to replace the Colourpop one. Alright guys, 3 more products and then we're done. Anyways, next up, the liquid lipstick that I rolled in from last update. This is the Colourpop Tinkerbell liquid lipstick in the shade Tinkerbell. It's in the shade Tinkerbell. And it's technically a glossy lip stain. I used this one 7 times this month. I didn't do the best, but I'm really not like, I don't know, I don't hate this product, but I'm not like a huge fan of it either. It's a beautiful shade, don't get me wrong, like this is what I have on my lips, but because it's like a stain, like I put it on and then I wait like 30 seconds or so and then I wipe it off and whatever is left is the stain. But it has a lot of glitter in it, so when I wipe it off, yes, it does leave like a shade, but it leaves a lot of glitter on my lips too, and I'm not sure if I like that or not. Like, I haven't decided. Like, sometimes I'm like, ugh, it's glitter all over my lips. And the other times I'm like, you know what, it's pretty. You know, add a little gloss. I mean, after I add gloss, you really can't see the glitter that much. But, I mean, you can see the glitter. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. So, I think that's kind of deterred me from reaching for this a lot. But I'll try to do better. Hopefully, my next check-in. But anyways, 7 uses on this. I can't really tell like too much progress. There's a little bit of windowing at the very top, but like not like a ton. So we'll see what it looks like by next check-in. Alright, and then I have a setting spray that I use 7 times this month, which coincides with the whole not using much of my foundation because I didn't really see the point of setting my face whenever I didn't really put much on. But anyways, so I use this one, like I said, 7 times. This is a roll-in product. I think, is it a roll-in product? I believe this is a roll-in product, so I didn't have any previous uses on it. When I did roll it in, like I had used this a couple of times, or you know, a few times before I rolled this product in, so it wasn't like brand spanking new. It wasn't filled to the top. So when I started from last check-in, it was right about there, and now I'm right to about here. So not too bad. I think I'll probably go through this pretty quickly. I'm pretty generous when it comes to applying setting mist because I just like, you know, I want to set my face when I do set my face. So, you know, I mean, like I said, I apply generously. I didn't go ahead and make my new mark, so I don't know. I could see myself using this up within like a couple of months. It is a small bottle too, so I don't know. There's that. Alright, and then last but not least is the perfume that I have in my project pan, and I have this one here from Blush. It's called Blush. It's from Rue 21. It's a cheapy perfume I bought a really long time ago. It's been in my collection forever. But anyways, I use this one about 7 times this month for a total of 30 uses, and I think I'm going to go ahead and roll this one out. Not because it's empty or anything, but because I think it's because it's such a cheap product. I think the sprayer in here is like really bad quality, and I'm honestly having trouble spraying it now. Like, it's not because it's too low. It's just the sprayer is super cheap and it's just not spraying like it used to. I think it's breaking or something. So every time I put it on, I'm like sitting there just like trying to get it to come out, and sometimes it'll give like 1 or 2 big sprays and I'm like, gee. But it's just, I don't know. I'm getting annoyed with it. I'm like, you know what? I've used it 30 times already. I think I've gotten my money's worth out of it. I think I paid like $10 for this, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, and the smell is not like the greatest. So I'm considering it done. I'm going to toss this now because, like I said, the sprayer is just really bad. But I am going to replace it with another perfume. So I have this one here from Lifestyle Co. A line. I don't know what the scent is, but it's this like little cute travel size one. I don't think it'll take me long at all to use this. These are travel, they're really small and it doesn't take much on it, but I have used it like once or twice already. So we're starting off. So that's where we're starting off. I do like that it's a glass little tube so I can see my progress, but I am going to go ahead and make my first mark just to show where I've started. So whenever I do another check-in, you will see the progress that I've made. So 0 uses on that one because it is rolling. But there you go, guys. That is going to do it for today. that is my little update on my current project pan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really does help on my channel. And also let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of the progress that I made this time around. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!